The ice-cold depths of Dragonspine, with its rough cliffs covered in ice and frost, is bathed tonight in moonlight, struggling to pierce the layers of snow falling from the sky. The heavy flakes touch gently upon the already frozen ground, covering the landscape and its mountain peaks, the stubborn green of pine needles, the barely treaded paths. Adventurers are advised to avoid this spectacular place, for its dangers too are quite spectacular. The legend do not only tell of lost riches and a fallen dragonspine, of course, but of sealies as well. Warm little souls that have saved lost adventurers and helped them return home safely, even during a merciless storm. But with a taste of a storm in the air, who would rely only on myth and legend? The wind picks up, its icy breath seeking gaps in your warm layers of clothing to make you shiver. Your steps on the rough path are steady though, and certain. You know where to find shelter and warmth. Icy though it might be, Dragonspine harbors mercy and warmth at the heart of it, and just beyond the whirling snow obscuring your vision, you see twin flames like a beacon, guiding you to their enduring warmth. The snow touches your face and settles on your coat, just as it does upon the world around you. How marvelous they are, these tiny crystal flakes, each unique and each infinitesimal. Only together they do become a force to be reckoned with, a cold blanket soothing the world. Tomorrow the freshly fallen snow will be piled high, soft and untouched in this wilderness, covering the banal and the fantastic alike. But right now you approach the torches, marking the entrance to a cave hidden in the stone wall, and feel the flame's warmth kiss your cold cheeks. Glimpse behind yourself to the ever wilder dance of the snowflakes as the storm grows stronger, and step inside this beautiful place. Warmth of the flame takes you into its arms, like a friend mysteriously, home at last. You find yourself within a cave that has been well hidden within the mountain. Both the ancient man-made walls that have crumbled and the plain rock of the cave walls are unadorned, showing proudly that they are made from the same grey stone, one man-made, one born from nature. No matter their origin, at their core, they are made of the same stuff. Flickering shadows dance upon them, born from a fire in the middle of the room. It crackles quietly, deeply content with its simple existence, as it nurtures the room with its light and warmth. The cold gush of air which accompanied you does not bother it. The flames bend briefly, then lift again, continuing their merry blaze. This place is full of lights, lanterns, candles, torches, fire, and even liquids. Everything seems aglow in some way, washing the cave in gentle hues. Light and shadow play with each other on the uneven walls. At a closer look, one can see that even the rock of the wall itself is sparkling. As you reach for the stone, you can see the shadow of your hand, first big and blurry, shrinking, its contours becoming sharper the closer you get to the wall. For a moment you feel the urge to make some shadow figures, but with a tickle of a smile on your lips, you let your arm sink back again, and continue to explore this little wonderland. Huddled against the wall are shelves, stuffed with weirdly shaped bottles and vials, filled with even weirder substances. One square jar contains fine mint-colored powder, while a tall, narrow bottle contains a thick liquid, glimmering deep purple. The handwritten label depicts only a sharp scribble of lightning, and no further information on how or what for to use the bottle's contents. Slime condensate, at least you can identify inside of a white bottle, but as you take in the countless containers, you do not have much hope of gleaning the full scope of substances collected here, especially considering the labels seem only to aid the person who has penned them in the first place. No matter what though, it is safe to say whoever has created this little shelter out in the mountains must be a skilled alchemist. On a low table close by, a set of scales waits to measure precisely what components might be used in an experiment. The importance of precision in this field of study, after all, is unrivaled, and a few burns on the table surface are proof of it. Steadiness and care should guide a hand seeking the secrets of the universe and the parts it is made from. You rest a little while, settling on one of the wooden boxes strewn through the campsite, no doubt also containing countless curiosities. Sitting down and allowing your muscles to relax feels like a relief after your journey. You take a moment to breathe as your gaze settles back on the cave's entrance. Just like you, the storm has settled a little, and the snowflake's dance seems a little more unhurried now. The biggest ones sail to the ground, slow as feathers, before finding their place among the others, cuddling up into one big snow blanket. Their cold cannot reach you, shielded by the fire's warmth as you are. And even as the crackling wood sand is the only thing filling your nose, you remember the bright scent of fresh snow. Each time the crisp promise of that scent fills the air, it seems to bring something extraordinary with it. This time too, you have not been let down, considering what an incredible place you have found here. An intense green glow beckons you to take a closer look. It stems from the desk across the room, covered in the professional clutter of an alchemist. At second glance, it resembles a tilted shelf more than a desk even, cleverly making extra space for files and instruments to huddle together. Metal tongs and spoons gleam in the firelight, next to copper clamps to fix files in place. Some kind of metal is being melted above a small candle's flame. An ocean of silver expands in the file, shimmering as it moves slowly. Bubbles rise within the liquid, sending small ripples across the surface every so often. A small, otherworldly ocean cradled in glass. In the lights, hints of color reveal themselves. A glimpse of shimmering green or purple. It reminds you of crow feathers, its true beauty equally hidden, until someone takes the time to look closely and behold it. The fumes created by this reaction are guided by a fine tube of glass up towards the top of the desk, and guiding them across its creative chaos, connecting it to the green glow of the apparatus which had originally captured your attention. Frosted green-tinted glass is carefully held by golden frames. It offers no hint as to what is happening inside it, beside a continued bubbling sound confirming that something else is being heated inside the strange contraption. What a mystery indeed. Close to the apparatus, nestled between strange instruments and ink pots, rests a thick stack of paper. Perhaps it holds answers to the questions you have about the experiment. Your curiosity winning out, you carefully free it from its spot on the cluttered desk. But as you read the first sentences, you cannot help but smile a little. Not alchemistical wisdom fills these pages, rather it seems to be the manuscript of an adventure novel. In the end, it seems everyone yearns to be told stories. Whichever form that may take does not matter. How nice to have found a shelter like this, and how unlikely in the middle of this merciless chaos surrounding you. A warm place of peace, offering nothing to do but to recharge and perhaps marvel at its curious beauty. For a moment you let your eyelids fall shut and allow yourself to listen to the mountain's breath. After all, the mountain too has stories to be told, of all it has witnessed and all it might yet see. The howling wind sounds like a soft whisper that accompanies the gentle bubbling sound of the apparatus and the lively crackling of the fire. This storm too eventually will cease. You find yourself looking forward to the sun rising tomorrow, its rays turning the fresh snow into a vast, glittering expanse. But before all that, you have nothing but time and curiosity in your heart guiding your footsteps. In the light of the fire, the golden titles on the book spines behind the shelves shimmer invitingly, and so you approach them. You let your fingertips trail over soft leather bindings and the coarse touch of linen with care, greeting each book. The titles hint at a surprising variety. Between thick volumes about the basics of elemental theory and equally complex topics, you find light novels and the occasional romance book. One book spine is too thin for its title to fit, and so you take it from its place to look at it. It seems to be a special edition of 1,000 Nights. The language more simple, and each tale brought to life with colorful illustrations. While the book is obviously geared towards children, its charming way of telling the stories from Sumeru's desert no doubt would appeal to anyone. What a little gem, one which you return to its place with care. As small as the campsite may be, there are still surprises to be found. An unassuming easel leaning against the wall catches your interest, and only as you step closer, you notice the array of finished works and those still in progress huddled around it. Some hide beneath a linen cover draped gently over them. Others show themselves to the world in all their glory. Some colorful, some black and white. But all the art pieces have been made with love obvious in each brushstroke. Currently on the easel is a canvas full of sketches, capturing scenes from around Dragonspine in dark graphite. The silhouette of a mountain, its peak hidden in the clouds. They remain bright as the canvas, where the thumb of the artist has smudged the graphite to fill the mountain with soft grey. Next to it, there are sketches of tree branches weighed down by snow, dancing hilly churls, snow weasels playing with each other. The dancing shadows of the fire seem to coax these scenes to life. You can almost see the drift of the clouds, the joy of the dancing hilly churls as they move, and the quick movements of the weasels darting around each other. Outside, the storm may still howl, but you feel perfectly cozy and sheltered in this special little place. The fire keeps you company, and close to it an untouched sleeping roll invites you to spend the night here. In the soft golden light, you can curl up and make yourself comfortable. Between the bedroll and the warm glow of the fire, you are cozy and at ease. The scent of the fire mingles with that of fresh snow settling outside. Like the snow blankets the land, you too are covered and safe. Close your eyes, and if you listen closely, you might even hear the wind whispering of all the secrets waiting here in Dragonspine.